Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm so grateful that you are here as I share a few clips from a recent trip we took to Peidmont, Missouri, which is a small town in the middle of Missouri. But we went there because one, it is the UFO capital of Missouri. Two, they were having their UFO festival. And three, it's a beautiful place to camp and we absolutely love camping and we miss doing it. So we wanted to go and experience all of those things. I'll explain more of the history of why Peidmont is the UFO capital of Missouri here as we get into the vlog, but I really want to share the story of how I even found out that they were having a UFO festival. I am someone who loves all things magical, woo-woo. If you say there's a UFO festival or a UFO theme somewhere, I'm very interested. Let's go see it. This has happened a few times now, but I swear my TV is sending me messages like, of course, it's sending you messages. It's a TV and it has TV shows telling you things. But I had a story a few months ago where I turned on the TV and it was the show that my grandma used to watch. It was on my birthday. I think that was a message from her saying happy birthday. I haven't seen that show since. And then the other day I turned on the TV and it was a random news channel program that I'd never seen before talking about how Peidmont was the UFO capital of Missouri. And I never heard of that before. I never heard of that town. Didn't even know that Missouri had a UFO capital. So as soon as I saw that, I was taking it as a sign, told Steven, and we decided to go and camp there. So if you are new here, please subscribe. I love sharing our travels here on this channel. I've shared our trip to Italy, our trip to Colorado, our recent trip to Florida and Stowe. It's just so fun to capture those trips and share them with all of you because traveling and camping and being outside and seeing new things are high on my alignment list. So thank you so much for being here and let's get into the vlog. I had little to no expectation when we showed up at the UFO festival, which honestly sometimes I prefer because expectations can really let you down sometimes. It was adorable. It was so cute. I was honestly thinking we might be the only people there just because I didn't know how big this festival would be. But there were quite a few people there. They had lots of food. We got some delicious donuts and some yummy lemonade that I split with Arlo. And they just had lots of local vendors. I ended up getting a few crystals from a lady selling them there. But we just walked around and enjoyed the ambiance. They were playing the theme song to X-Files, which just really set the mood. I love when people commit to a theme and add music. It really takes it to the next level. They even had a little petting zoo for Arlo to feed these cute little piglets. We really had a fun time just walking around exploring with zero expectations of what was going to happen at this UFO festival. We left that part to go to the Luna Museum because they had a few speakers there. Unfortunately, it was way too quiet to have a toddler in there to actually listen to the speaker, but the museum looked like it was really cool if we could come back and look through it on our own. And then we went to the UFO park where they have a bunch of structures that local people have created for this park. Here's a little sign explaining why they're the UFO capital of Missouri. So in the 1970s, they had over hundreds of people calling in saying they were seeing things up in the sky, strange lights, especially on the lake right next to Peidmont, which is where we ended up camping, called Clearwater Lake. Just such an interesting story. I mean, you can't really deny it when you have hundreds of personal testimonies saying they saw something that was out of the ordinary. I personally definitely believe in aliens and UFOs. There's no way we are the only conscious, intelligent beings in this universe. The universe is way too big, so big that I can't even fathom it. So to me, it's like a no-brainer that other beings exist out there. It's just a matter of time before that becomes common knowledge. Then we went to this cute little store next door where they were again selling crystals and lots of things like that, things that I love. And Arlo was able to make a cute little sand necklace, which he is still carrying around with him. So that night we decided to camp in the campground by Clearwater Lake. It was, I think, $16 a night, but honestly, when we would camp in the Southwest, when we lived in Arizona for 7 years, there were so many free campsites. That's one of the many reasons we love camping, is most of the time you can do it for free, especially if you're tent camping, and it's just such a beautiful way to get outside, be in nature, disconnect from your phone, have quality time, and honestly, it's just so nourishing for my soul. I'm surprised when I say this too, because growing up, I was someone that did not consider myself a camper at all. I was actually kind of scared to go camping, and I truly fell in love with it when we lived in Arizona. So if you're not a camper, maybe just go and give it a try. I recommend doing it in spring or fall when the weather is much nicer. Obviously, if you go in the summer in the Midwest, you can have a lot of weather issues, and you can in the spring and the fall too. So just try to plan accordingly. And if you ever have the chance to go and camp in the Southwest, do it, because I promise you will fall in love with it just like we did. So we spent the rest of the night sitting by the fire, cooking some hot dogs, and just enjoying the peaceful nature and wondering if we were going to have an alien encounter ourselves. I'm actually happy to report we did not have any alien encounters besides Arlo losing a tooth, which was because he tripped and fell, even though he kept saying it was abducted by an alien. But we didn't see anything out of the norm, which honestly I'm a little bit grateful for, because I don't know how I would handle that, even though I'm so fascinated by the topic of aliens and UFOs. Thank you so much for joining me in today's vlog. I love sharing our travels. I love sharing things that I'm passionate about and love doing them, in hopes that it may inspire you to go and travel or camp or just be outside. It is so nourishing for the soul. Like I said, I'm sending you all so much love, all the highest vibes, and of course I will see you in the next vlog.